Hi, I'm Paul Friedman. I am the founder of the Marriage Foundation. This topic. It's step parenting and blended family advice. This is one of the few topics that, based on the questions that we get at the Marriage Foundation, which is a free service we have, this is one of those that is not gender specific. We get this kind of question is often from men as we do from women, and vice versa. So as you know, probably, hopefully you're a subscriber and you know that our approach to marriage is very positive. We don't go over problems and things like that, but what we do is we explain things in a way where you as an individual can use your own wisdom, your own free will, and find the right things to do. So what I do is, rather than tell you what to do, I explain what's going on. What are the factors that are involved, so that you will know what to do. And that way I'm respectful of your free will and your wisdom. You're smart. So let's get into this. So there's two really big things. One is step parenting and the other is blended family. So, this very romantic term, blended family, it sounds really cool, doesn't it? It would blend the family. And the truth is that it's rarely homogenization going on as much as oil and water, which don't mix all that well. And so the reality of a blended family is that you are now in a relationship with your soulmate, and that's why you got married. You didn't get married because of their kids. You got married because of them. And remember, never forget this. This is important. You married them. You wanted to help take on the burden. It's a burden to raise children, as a gift to them. That's what your intention was, right? And you love them. Why wouldn't you? You can give your love to them. But there's some double yellow lines here, and we're not talking about like 2-year-olds. 2-year-olds and, young like that and younger, they adopt to you as if you were the original parent. But that's not usually the case here, is it? You have older children. They will always love you, and part of it is they're compelled to, but they will always love you as long as you're not an a-hole towards them. There is a part of them that, they have a heart, their souls too, who want to embrace you. But they don't want to be treated by an authority. They wanted to be treated, and this is a problem that people have with their own kids too. Parents are still treating their children as an authority most of the time. And a lot of times now, parents are treating their children as if they're their servants. The parent is the servant. And so what you do is you have to distinguish your role to your spouse's children differently than how you are with your own children. And I don't care what the therapists are saying, or the trending ideas are now about this. The truth is, they will never really recognize you as their parent. And it's as a blood parent, and it's okay. You're doing a service. But you have to keep it in mind so you don't step over a natural line of respect. And respecting your spouse's role with their blood children, because it's different. So you'll be called upon from time to time to act as the other parent, and as long as you're doing it based on your spouse's desire, explicit and spoken desire. For instance, to be a disciplinarian, you better be really clear about what that means to your spouse. But you're second in command. You don't want to be creative with them when it comes to discipline and things like that. You want to be second in command. Now, you can give them other things in the realm that is not disciplinary. The support, the loving support, letting them know how wonderful they are. If they're girls, how beautiful they are. If they're boys, how powerful they are. You could talk to them about things. You acknowledge their strengths. You don't talk about their weaknesses. And you be caring. But you got to be careful. Don't cross that line. And so that's the step parenting model that will work. Remember, and this is not talked about because the world today doesn't talk about anything that even smells a little bit spiritual, a little bit metaphysical, and they shy away from it. I don't have that problem. And if you've been following me, and you should if you want to learn about marriage, then you know that already. So these are not your children. Your children are not your children. You didn't create them. You invited them into your lives. A lot different than what you expected. We know that. But you invited them into your lives. You have the responsibilities, but you didn't design them. You didn't build them. You didn't create them. The truth is, because they're human beings, over eons, they have been creating themselves. So you can only do so much. You know, we talk about, molding our children. We don't mold our children. We take care of them as best we can. We set limits on their behavior so they don't get into trouble. We teach them what we know so they have some vicarious knowledge to give them a leg up in life. But we didn't create them. We don't own them. They are human beings who have been graciously accepted by you into your family. And so remember that. And you know, there's always this question of playing favorites. Just don't. And the way you don't is by seeing your own kids the same way. Not by seeing your new kids the same way as your old kids, but seeing your old kids the same way as your new kids, meaning these are not really my kids. Wow, they're cool. They're weird, they're crazy, they're beautiful, they're dumb, they're smart. But you didn't create them. You didn't create them. You're still working on creating yourself. Now, the thing to really remember, this is probably the most important thing for you to remember, is when the kids are grown and gone, you will be with your spouse. And that's the one who you married for all the right reasons. And if you make an effort to create your marriage in the image of love and joy, the kids will be fine. And you too will be fine too. So that's it. That is the biggest message. Don't lose sight of the fact that you married the one you married to. They're the ones who are most important. All right. I hope this was helpful. You could like this video if it was. You could leave a comment if you wish. Be nice. People don't always agree with me. It's okay. And God bless you. Subscribe and take care. Thank you.